opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Detroit Lions. On the Browns sideline, there you see head coach Kevin Stefanski. These guys finally got in the win column last week following 2 straight losses to start the year. Across the field on the Lions sideline, Dan Campbell. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, a former Blue Hen out of Delaware. It's Joe Flacco.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. 19, first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And again, it's Flacco to throw. Open man, that's Tillman. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense.
Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Shrugs him off. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Another run for Gibbs here. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love it.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play. Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Cut. 180.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You look at this Browns defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point.
22-yard line.
Now Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Detroit Lions First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. To pass, Flacco. He's got Njoku, who's been tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for a Browns.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Hold on. Check. 180.
Now gone. Caught by Montgomery. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
What? Shell. 20.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Go. 180.
Here's Gone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Junkins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The 1-yard line.
Once again, Junkins. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over first and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 2nd and 6. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. From the 50, it's Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big 30-yard play on third.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First down. First down and goal to go.
Whirling, whirling. Turbo.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A beautiful fake. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
Flacco from the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Flacco. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 3. They go pass again with Flacco. They'll get this complete to Tillman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. On 3rd down, here's Judkins. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go, son! 180!
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Glendale, the Cardinals at home for an NFC West battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And this is JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Seahawks are into the win column after 3 defeats to start the year. They get the victory here. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons at home to take on Washington. And it's the former Boise State star, Jeremy McNichols. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Commanders looking for their first win after 3 straight losses. They lead at the break. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants hosting the LA Chargers. And it's the rookie out of Ole Miss, Jackson Dart. Drops back, doesn't like what he sees, decides to tuck it and run, and he can do this, and he does it. With that, a look here at the rest of the scores from around the NFL here in Week 4. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What's that?
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tell you 3. Wait, play. What's that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
13 yards on the play. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A gain of 4.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Now it's Flacco. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From the gun, Flacco. This one is complete to Jenkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flacco fakes the give, sets the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up and into the end zone. Scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Oh, able to avoid him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Passing play, Flacco. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Flacco will take to the air again. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Jack Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Browns send out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at the 18. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. A toss out right to Gibbs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Gibbs on the toss left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big run there, 29 yards in the 1st.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Lions
5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
10 yards to go.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns first down.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Flacco. Checks it down to Jenkins. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That's good for a Browns first down.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Flacco throwing quickly out wide. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
To pass, Flacco. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Browns first down.
Now Flacco. He gets this into the hands of Jenkins. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
18-yard line.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
A gain of 1. It's fourth down and less than a yard.
On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of a yard. And the Browns first down.
Flacco will use the arm this time. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the Lions' 8-yard line.
A give up the middle, Jenkins. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up third down.
Here's Flacco. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on third and 1.
First down.
Now receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the 8-yard line.
Now Flacco. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead's down to 24.
Round 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No. Can at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the Browns' 45-yard line.
Black 20.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down to about the 42. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now. Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
White 20.
A shotgun snap for Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibbs. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Detroit, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.